Yeah. Shut up. What's going on, everybody? Here I am, MouseRat2217. That's actually my legal name. People thought they knew what my name was, but that wasn't the case. This is my name, MouseRat2217. Yeah, it was a weird choice on my parents' part, I gotta admit, but hey, you know what? I mean, they're my parents. What are you gonna do? So, I do have some what I would consider pretty bad news. There is some maniac going around impersonating the principal of my kid's school, calling everybody, telling them that school's canceled tomorrow because of impending snow, which I find to be, I don't know, quite unacceptable. But hey, look, if they get to stay home, maybe that means I should stay home too. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to play a little Red Dead. We're going to do some dailies here. I've knocked a couple of them out just while I've been busy setting up and whatnot. But yeah, we're going to do the deal. And I think if I've figured this out right, okay, and that's a big if, and hopefully I won't mess this up, is whenever I go to check the map that I keep looking at, that I can finally let you guys see what I'm looking at. And admittedly, it's not perfect, but it's certainly better than me referencing something that nobody but me can see, right? So, having said all that, let's do this. So, if you look, our collector dailies are, you can't see because my camera's in the way, but lost jewelry, family heirlooms, right? So, if I do, boink, this is the map that I keep referencing, okay? And this has been like one of the most helpful things of all time. And so, what we got to do is we got to look at the lost jewelry. Let's see what we got that's close by. So we're up there. We're right here, right? And we are going to mark this one, which is where again? It's right above that thing, right? And you'll notice there's this one. This is a random dig. And let's see, here's one down here. Right inside like this. And where's another one? Is that random? Yeah, that's random. By my old moonshine shack, one of my most favorite places, and I kind of wish my moonshine shack was back there. And it's my own fault that it's not. All right, so let's have a look and see if what heirlooms do I need? I mean, I don't need any of them, but what do I have the fewest of? Horsehair brush, ivory hairpin, ebony, New Guinea, da. All right, let's go back to the map again real quick then and see. Let's see, do math, Eric. Add 6, okay. Let's go back, Sean. It is, what do I need? So there's one here, what is it? Ivory comb. Oh, I could use that one. I'll go get that. And what else is close by? Oh. What's over here? Ebony hairbrush. No, I don't need that. What were the bounties were in New Austin, I think. Boar bristle. Where was that? And what was that other one I just saw? Jade hairpin. I probably have about 1 million of those. Nope, just 5. And boar bristle brush. 6. You know what? That's fine. We'll take those 2. So let's go back here. We'll set up the map as so. Swing out here. Oh, one of them was here, right? I think it was there. And then over here. Where is that thing? Chala Springs, right at this house, right here. And right over here. Where is that? It was right here. Okay. All right, let's do this. I know this is pretty exciting stuff, but yeah, that's how it goes when you're doing this. All right, here we are. Now, let's go knock this out. Where's my horse? Hey, Miss Emily, how are you? Did you hear the terrible news I mentioned at the top of the stream? That there's some lunatic going around calling places impersonating my kids' school principal, telling them that school's canceled tomorrow. We can't be having that. At least I try to convince the kids that's what happened. They're not believing me for a second, which I guess I should feel good about that, since that means the school's doing a good job of making sure they're smart, because that would be a pretty dumb thing to do. But yeah, they're super stoked that we've got a snow day when we haven't even seen a single flake of snow yet. But apparently we're supposed to get like, I don't know, 4 to 6 inches or some sort of thing. Where's my horse? By the way, there she is. Come on, Alexis Rose. We got stuff to do. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. I'm wearing this most ridiculous Grogu shirt of all time. I think my sister-in-law maybe got this for me. And whilst I love Star Wars, I do wear this slightly ironically, because it's pretty low tier, low bar artwork, but it's still cute, and I wear it for jammy shirts. And since I'm already all ready for bed, whenever I finally manage to go there, I've got my jammies on. All right. How's things with you, Miss Emily, by the way? Oh, hello. Where are you, Coyote? 2 coyotes dead. Where's that other one? There you are. Oh, easy. No, horsey. Don't get scared. Yeah, if... Oh, dang it. See, this is the deal. Now, I gotta run and find something to stand on before these stupid coyotes, like, gnaw me to death. They can't normally hurt you, but... Or at least, let me rephrase this. They won't normally hurt you. But I suppose they're always capable. Rocks, the natural enemy of coyotes everywhere. Whoops. Come here, you. Wait, there was a daily associated with the... What was it? Oh, photograph. Now that I've managed to ruin this. Come here, horse. Let's go get that thing. No, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. Oh. It's gonna get away. I bet it did already. No, there's its track still. Ugh. So that's pretty exciting. I can't believe how quickly that's coming up. I saw on Xbox you could redeem your Xbox points for entries to try to win a trip to Celebration. 2 4-day passes, flights, money to spend, and everything. And I was like, oh. So I spent a fair amount of Xbox points trying to get that. And, or at least getting entries for it is what I mean to say. But the bad thing is that, like, even if I won, my work would probably tell me, nah, dog, that's not going to be a thing. It didn't count it. Where'd it go? But yeah, I don't know what would happen. But I'm willing to find out if by some miracle I won. I would be willing to see what would happen at work. Ah, there, it gave it to me. But anyway. Whoops. Oh, there was a pronghorn in the picture. Oh my gosh, that's a brilliant idea, actually. Gotcha. I wonder who I would take. Amanda wouldn't want to go. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, she would love to visit England, But yeah, she would be like, wait, and what now? Nerdfest, you say? Nah, I'm good. You and all your idiot friends, you say? Nah, I'm super good. You doing a bunch of stupid podcasting stuff, you say? Oh, I'm going to pass. Yeah. And listen, when I say all those things out loud like that, I certainly can't blame her. And for anybody who's watching that didn't know, I am one of the hosts of The Bad Motivators, a formerly strictly, in quotes, Star Wars podcast that now we talk about lots of other stuff, pop culture wise, if you will. Oh, yeah. The Friends thing is the entire point, quite frankly, of the entire convention scene. I mean, I had a lot of fun at the con, but I will say that in Anaheim, the actual convention itself was just not. None of my highlights of the entire thing involve any of the panels. It was really cool seeing the Mandalorian experience. Oh, yeah. Winkety wink, nudge, nudge. I totally get where you're coming from, Miss Emily. But the Mandalorian experience was really cool. Thanks to my buddy Tracy for hooking me up with that. But, yeah, you know what I did? Hold on, let me check something here. I need to turn this back up, I think. Past that, I mean, it was all about hanging out. And, between us being in the Airbnb all together, like my most favorite of people, and hanging out at Araj's house during his party and otherwise, and Steele's event, those are the good times. Shinobi, what was the last Star Wars celebration you went to? I would love to go just because of my friends. I mean, that is the only reason, 100% the only reason. Ah, dang it. I was afraid of that. I gotta dismiss this. Get my horse back. Wait, did I talk to you there? Were you at Steele's show? Oh my gosh. He's going to say, yeah, man, we hung out for like 2 days straight. And I'll be like, oh, dude. And I don't even drink anymore. How embarrassing. I don't know. There's some about the Skywalker saga being over. I mean, the movies are still really important to me and all. Now, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. There's just something about, there's a certain element of magic that is a little bit gone. And maybe because, Orlando was my first convention ever. Let's see. Where's the table? It's funny, like with Celebration, one of the things that I love. Woof. I don't want to waste that. One of the things that I love so much is the Steele's show. I love Steele's live show. It's a lot of fun. But I got to tell you, it is pretty stressful for me. It is, in a good way. Like, I'm happy to do it. I thrive on that sort of thing. But at the same time, I'm super glad when it's done. Like, super. And I'm glad to be able to provide the function I provide at those so that everybody else has the chance to have a really good time. Oh, you got that right. You got that right. I mean, I love that guy so much. He has been one of my best friends. He's been so good to me over the years. And he and Jackie are just excellent, excellent people. But hang on real quick. Whoops. Nope, nope, nope. But anyway, but yeah, he is not a calming presence whatsoever. He's like the equivalent. If you've never met Steele Saunders and hung out with them, did you ever watch the show 24? Like in the first couple of seasons? Steele was like being in that show. Okay. It would be like just this anxiety filled. Oh man, we've we've got all this stuff to do and the world might blow up if we don't. And oh yeah, that's what it feels like. Where is my frickin' wagon right now? Oh, there's a treasure hunter over there I'm gonna miss. I guess maybe I could run over there and shoot him and get his treasure map. Look at that white-tailed buck. You magnificent bastard. Oh, he tried to run into me. You see that? What a jerk. Ugh. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He really is. He really knows what he's doing. His live shows are a ton of fun, too.
It's a good opportunity. I swear, just come see.
Somebody writes these completely nasty erotic fan fictions, though. It's like, I'm so keen on it, but also completely appalled.
Interested?
Yes. I'll purchase your map, sir.
I knew you'd make the smart
Oh my gosh,
call.
look at how I'm holding that coyote. My head's in the middle of it. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. Ugh. It was some other Emily I was talking about that writes those. Some just absolutely filthy-minded. That's probably the Emily that my wife would get along with really well. Well, I don't know. She's more just about the cursing and not as much about the sex. Oh my gosh. So I gotta ask, is there one for this year? I'm assuming yes, right? And who is the subject? My guess, if I were gonna guess, it would be, oh gosh, what's his name from Andor? And, oh gosh, what's the lady's name? Wow, I'm really good at Star Wars podcasting. I don't know the names of anybody. Oh my gosh. Well, this isn't working out. My stupid hunting wagon is rolling away, and now it's going to turn around and try to come and get me. This is the worst stream I've ever done. And I mean, I've had some stinkers too. Come on, horse. You're making me look like an idiot. Let's see if I can get this wagon to follow me over there now. Come on. Come on, hunting wagon. See if is it following me? No, it doesn't look like it. It's not looking good on the old mini map, is it? Come on, you butthole thing. That's them. Thank you. That's the ones. That's who I would guess that the erotic fan fiction would be about for this year. Am I correct? Ugh, the tension. I mean, I'm just like hanging on it. Is that wagon following me? Yeah, here it comes. So here's something wild. Today, I released an episode of What's This Guy Doing? Hey, pal. How's things? Just out walking around, huh? That's not even another player. So anyway, I released an episode of Dinner with the Healers, my family's podcast about the excellent, excellent animated series Bluey. It's been doing really well, by the way. So anyhow, one of the things I talked about in this was something that I learned from listening to David W. Collins' The Soundtrack Show. And I mentioned this thing, and I tweeted about how I never thought I would bring up the term diegetic music when I was talking about Bluey. And I said, I guess I have David W. Collins to thank for that. And guess who replied? And guess, because I still am at that stage where I obsessively check the stats on my podcast. Guess what? The numbers went right up as soon as he responded to it. And he said, we love Bluey. And I mentioned the theme, and I'm pretty sure he listened to it. So isn't that neat? Oh, you did not. Idiot. That badger bit me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he listened to it. It made me feel real happy. Oh, man. I mean, that guy, I realized that there's only certain circles in which that he's a big deal, you know? But to me, he's a huge deal. He is, I think, one of the coolest. What he does, what he's good at. I mean, he's a musician by trade, if you will, that parlayed that into doing a lot of audio work, which is funny because that's what I've been doing of late, is a lot of sound gigs and that sort of thing. And then got into voice work and all that stuff, and still does like all of that. I think that's really cool. I think that's super cool, as a matter of fact. But yeah, he's a good dude. I wanted to meet him, and I had talked to him, quote unquote, talked to him online, and he's like, "Oh yeah, if you see me at Celebration, definitely come and talk to me." But the only time I saw him up close was when his panel got the fire alarm went off during his Music of Attack of the Clones panel, and I was outside like 2 feet from him, and he's got little kids, and one of them was very upset. The fire alarm scared him really bad, and so I wasn't gonna go, "Hey, Mr. Collins, sorry about your kid being scared, but can you be a nerd with me for a minute?" So I didn't want to do that, you know. But man, what a good dude. And I know that oh, you stupid wolf. I know I've mentioned this a bunch of times, but if you're into such things, check out the Soundtrack Show podcast that he did. I don't want to say does, because there hasn't been an episode in quite a long time. And I don't think he's officially put the lid on it or anything, but it's very good. And yeah, it's my favorite. You wouldn't think that necessarily there'd be a lot of re-listen ability. Re-listenability, is that a word? You know what I'm talking about, though. There wouldn't be a ton of that in something that's about a soundtrack to movies, but man, I've gotten a lot out of listening to several of them. Again, like he did a whole thing on horror movies that was really cool. He did, some of my favorites were the ones about, oh, for Pete's sake, now I can't even think of his name. Come on, Eric, come on. Ennio Morricone, who did Cruiser and I were talking about this last night, the Man with No Name trilogies of spaghetti westerns. He did all of those, the Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and the one that opens the every Metallica show for the last forever years, the Ecstasy of Gold, which is from the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. It's at the scene where they're in the cemetery at the end. If you're familiar with the movie, I mean, that's Ennio Morricone, and that episode's or that string of episodes is a banger. Yeah. Anyhow, David W. Collins, everyone, go check him out. Tell him Eric sent you. He'll be like, "Man, I got to get a restraining order against that guy," and I'll be like, "Who do you think you are, my parents?" That was stupid. I'm being dumb. But anyway, yeah. How's that for a thing? Cruiser, what are you up to, man? The kids are already out of school for tomorrow. Snow day. You see what my screen looks like right now in Red Dead? That's how much snow there is outside here right now. Just like this. So, which, I mean, good on them. You know, I'm sure from a parent's standpoint, they appreciate, not everybody has the same type of flexibility, for example, that I do, where if suddenly my kids are home, with very few exceptions, I can go ahead and work from home if need be. And so, but people who don't have that flexibility probably really appreciate having the forewarning for that, because, you know, that can be very rough to maintain. All right, let's go do this thing and get cracking. Now that I spent all this time screwing up trying to get my wagon and all that, which was pretty exciting, I know, for everybody. Let's go this way. Yes, I know I'm going to have to clean my guns because they got wet, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to be, you know, that's the price you pay for expediency. Now, I know there was like a random dig thing over here somewhere. I'm trying to remember where, though. Tell me if you see it, anybody. It looks like I don't know, like a lava fountain, like the yellow lava shooting out of the ground. Let's do this. Let's have a look at the map and see where it was. No, not way down there. Get away, get away, get away. And there it is, right by the A in Montana. So, oh, it's got to turn and go this way. It's over here somewhere. I'd sometimes wish that you could see the giant letters on the mini map. 'Cause, you know, that's one of the I see it. You see that plume I'm talking about over there? I was getting ready to point at it, like you'd be able to see what I was pointing at. But yeah, that big yellow plume. Ah, yeah. I heard my neighbor, his daughter, tell him that they had e-learning tomorrow. But yeah, they're not doing that with my kids right now. They use their Chromebooks a lot at school, but yeah, for the most part, if they're off, it's just they're off. Good Lord. Which, my son, he is 8 years old. He is in the 3rd grade. He's a very good student. He has a teacher. She's awesome. I love her. She's young. She's real sweet. Very smart. But, man, they get a lot of homework. At a level that I deem to be unacceptable for a kid his age. And it's not like he just can't get his work done at school or anything like that. It's just too much. Uh-oh. What was that about? What? It just loaded me into a new session.
So I heard about this shopkeeper in Rhodes. Seemed perfect.
He gets some, but for them, it's more about just the sheer volume of work. I mean, 2 sheets of this, 1 sheet of this, got math, got this, got that. And it's like, man, come on. They're just kids. You know, the last thing he needs to do, it's one of those things where it's like, on one hand, you want to just get into the homework as soon as you can, because the later you wait, the harder it is to deal with. But at the same time, the last thing he can tolerate is getting home from school after being there all day and then instantly sitting down and cracking the books. He's 8. And it's tough. It's a tough line. And there's been a couple of times where I'm like, okay, listen, this is all we're going to do. You don't need this. You need to have a chance to chill out. because you're going to get up tomorrow and repeat this whole process. And for the most part, she's been cool with it. And I know that anybody who stumbles on this for the Red Dead content is like, oh, I didn't realize we were going to be talking about parenting 101. But for the most part, she's been cool with it. And I know that she's a lot of pressure of curriculum wise. This is what you have to cover. This is what the kids have to know, and so on and so on. But it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And, you know, I want my kid to have a chance to be a kid. And at his age, he's in the 3rd grade, I didn't struggle with homework per se, but like it would be very tedious. I would come home and work on stuff. Of course, at some point, I don't know what happened, I got to where I could blast through my homework, and I went a stretch of years without having any. Come on. Here comes a cougar. He's gonna drop over. Yep, I know. You're in distress. It hurts. I'm sorry. I didn't want it to happen like this. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly, Cruiser. Exactly. Stella's teacher is amazing. She's a veteran. She's been doing it a long time. She's great with the kids, but she's really no nonsense. She doesn't take a lot of crap, but all of the kids love her. She's well regarded. The kids in her class excel, and Stella never has homework. Almost never. She said she did the other day, and we almost fell over. It was so shocking because her thought is it's our job to figure out how to fit this in for them, not the other way around. And kudos to her. Good on her, man. She's the best. But yeah, anyhow, because I'm going to tell you something. When my kid has a bunch of homework, it really cuts into the video game time. How he and I supposed to stream Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, when he's busy working on his multiplication tables? Because you know I'm not going to cut into my video game time. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. He gets home at 3 o'clock, and typically we try to have him not asleep at 8 o'clock, but he's in bed, and he and Amanda, they'll read and stuff like that. And so he's got 5 hours or less than 5 hours to have dinner, do homework, get showered, play, and all the stuff that kids need to do. And when you spend 2 of the 5 hours on homework, it sucks. Yeah, Cruiser, I can totally feel that though, man. I was a procrastinator with the best of them. And one of my business models, for lack of a better word, was I had methodologies of doing well on tests. Sorry about firing that shot. Methodologies of doing well on tests, and as opposed to actually doing well on assignments. Because wait, where am I going? This isn't what I meant to do. Let me see if I can get a wilderness camp here. Because what I would do, I took Latin for 4 years, and no, Latin was a dead language whenever I was taking it. Smart asses, anybody who wants to talk about me being old. Et tu, Brute. But the vocabulary tests were the same every time. The words were in the exact order that they appeared in the chapter we were in.
Thank you.
And what I did was I would write them over and over and over in all their forms, if it was a noun or verb or whatever, in all the forms. So that whenever I got the test, I did it over and over until I could have it memorized. I'd start with 5 and I'd write them. Then I'd do 10, then I'd do 15 until I had them. And I would know them just long enough to take the test the next day, and then it was whoosh, gone. But anyhow, I'm going to tell you guys a really sad story. And for anybody watching this is Red Dead related, I promise. So here, let me just... Oh, I should watch what I'm doing. Stop. I should just give you the straight ahead here. Listen, I promise it's Red Dead related. Okay, I promise. Just this one thing. Okay, right. Okay, look. I've been playing this game forever. Let's have a look. My level is 615. The other day, and I talk about this on the motivators. This is a little bit of a sizzle. The other day, I'm going along, delivering some moonshine. Everything's going great. Just minding my own business, you know, doing my thing, doing what I do. I see these two players. One of them swings out behind me, and I see on the mini map, I see his little icon switch to the dead eye indicator, which literally goes from being a little round blue dot to a little blue dot that looks like an eye. An eyeball, not a letter I. That'd be very confusing. And I know what's getting ready to happen, and boom, sure enough, I'm dead. I never even went to look to see what levels they were. A lot of times I'll do that just so I kind of know who I'm up against. Here's what I do know. Those two, and specifically it was the other guy, the posse leader, I killed him once or twice, I take that back. But I was so mad that I was completely ineffective. And they handed my ass to me over and over and over again. And it was embarrassing. And of course, by then I was so mad that I wouldn't let it go. I kept chasing them down, and then boom, they'd kill me. And I'm like, okay, now I'm even more mad. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shoot your horse in the face. Which normally I am not one of those guys. That's not how I like to roll, man. But they had blown up my wagon and killed both my horses. Oh, wait, there's candy there. You got to take the candy. Hang on, let me look at something here. Where is this thing? I am like... down here somewhere. What is it? Oh, it's a tarot card. It's outside. All right. Sauvation. One thing I've wondered, man, anybody who plays this on PC, how do you do it without the controller feedback for whenever you're looking for collectibles like that? The controller will vibrate and like stronger and stronger as you get close to it, whether it's like just out in the air like that tarot card was, or if you're using, oh, check it out, level 616. I bet I could have beat those guys who are being mean to me now. But anyway, I just wondered how they did it. But yeah, I was so mad that I couldn't like piece it together. And of course, then I do this thing, and I'm pretty vindictive when it comes to this. You know, I'm all talking about Zen and forgiveness and figuring out what makes a person, like, if you can have some sort of empathy for them even when they're being terrible to you, it helps you not let it get to you as much. You know what I mean? Like a waitress completely crappy to you at an establishment, and you think, man, I wonder what's going on to make her feel like this. You know? Because let's face it, there's something. It's probably not you, unless you're just an insufferable butthole. It's probably not you. So, you know, that sort of thing. But here I am, just so freaking mad, and I keep chasing them down and chasing them down, and I am like struggling at maintaining my composure to the point where I think they felt bad for me. You know, what are you going to do? Anyway, yeah. I feel like I got sidetracked on a story there. My bad if I did. Jump. Did that fulfill the dailies? Yup. Okay, what do we got left here? Let's see. Let's do something interesting and fun. We only need 3 more roll dailies, which I could just go get at the Moonshine Shack without even leaving. But, you know, you got to do some bounties. New Austin. Where's the spot that we... Oh, look at you. Eric, why are you killing all those little birds? I'll tell you why. People who have seen me stream a bunch of times, I know you get tired of hearing about this, but I'm going to give you little tips on Red Dead Online. One of the things I like to do is do the dailies, the daily challenges, because they pay out gold. It's the fastest way to collect gold and level up. Well, a lot of times one of the dailies is 20 animal carcasses in 10 minutes donated to your butcher table in your camp. Listen, you can get your hunting wagon and try filling it up with rabbits and small stuff or anything. It's very difficult to get 20 carcasses in 10 minutes just using your horse and your hunting wagon. What you need to do is have what I call pocket animals, and that is anything that you can collect and put in your satchel, right? You can carry 1 billion of them. I can't remember how many types of the small birds, but there's a lot. You can carry 30 of every level of quality of said birds. So like, see how that has 2 stars or diamonds, whatever you want to call them? You can have 30 of the 2-star ones, 30 of the 1-star ones, and 30 of the 3-star ones. All in that little satchel you're carrying, because it's magic. Anyway, man, you got a thing that's 20 carcasses in 10 minutes, man. Boom. I got them right here. If one of the dailies is 10 small animal carcasses, boom. Here they are. I'm carrying them. And so when you get the opportunity, you just bag them and get them. And listen, I know I wouldn't do that in real life. I'm not. That's just not how I live. But you know, it's a game, and I'm taking advantage of it. So there you go. That's what you do. Oh man, that guy's doing a delivery to somewhere. See how the icon for his camp, there's no white flag in the middle. Like, look at mine real quick. Where's mine at? There it is. See that little white flag? That means my camp is protected and other players can't tear it up. But his isn't, or theirs isn't. I shouldn't say his. Theirs is not. And so that means that they're on some form of mission. $5? Dang. Man. Is it still on sale? Of course, I mean, that's just what I have time. I don't even have a gaming PC, and I keep buying stuff on Steam. Is my mic distorting at all? By the way, I see it hop into the red just a little bit every now and then.
Can't you act civilized?
I'm trying to act civilized. Would you get out of my way, man? Oh, I do not believe this is going on. Let me swing the camera around so we can get in on the action. Oh, look out, Apollo Creed. Which one's defend? I thought it was X. There it is. Boom. Oh, I got crazy eyes. Oh my gosh, look at all the blood coming out of his face. He started it. Ah, dang it. Should I buy it? Wait, what are the dailies for Bounty Hunter? New Austin, 3 brought in, the posse one I'm not going to get. No. What am I doing? No, don't, no. Ugh. Jeez. Yeah, but someday I can. I like to think that someday some wealthy, benevolent fan will buy me a gaming PC. It doesn't even have to be great, okay? It just has to be good enough. Just put it out there. Yeah. Anyhow. You never know. So anyway. Yeah, I would love to play Street Fighter V with those guys. Oh, this is one where the bounty's already been captured. And and I've got to ride in. Oh, no. I know which one this is. These are fun. I definitely need to like take some steroids though. This is going to be one of those where you've essentially got to defend the town as they roll in, just wave after wave of enemies. It's pretty great. I'll do my best to keep an eye on the chat, but boy, this would be the perfect time for like the throwing wrenches at each other sort of challenge that Cruiser and I were talking about.
You there, bounty hunter.
Yes,
Sheriff up at Benedict Point said you was coming. Just in time.
he was right.
Now we know how these boys burn a town. They send in men on foot, kill anyone with a gun, and then the leader rolls in on the train.
On the
You
train.
want your scalp? Stay alive. Stop the train. Okay, they'll be here any minute.
Okay, so here's what you do.
Get that oil wagon right there.
You get the wagon. Come on. You park it over the tracks. And what it is, it's like an oil wagon. There's kerosene or something in it. And the train will stop because they're afraid of blowing it up. Because, you know, a big iron train could never withstand an explosion of this magnitude. Come on. All right. Now, here's what always happens. And I don't know why this is. I'm going to take a tonic right now, just out of the abundance of precaution. Health and Deadeye. So what ends up happening is the train is going to roll in, and it somehow, the bounty, come on you, boink, boom, in the face. What? How did he live through that? That's crap. I used paint it black and had it on his forehead. Anyway, the train will roll in, and the guy ends up underneath of it dead somehow, like with no intervention from me. It's like it glitches him in the wrong spot somehow. Oh, I hit that horse by accident. Come here, horse. I'm sorry. Whoops. There. Come here. I know. This isn't even a player's horse. Wait, are you looking forward to setting up, buying me a gaming PC? Is that what you're talking about, Cruiser? That's not what you're talking about, is it? Whoops, there's another one of these that takes place in Tumbleweed. That's a load. Oh, that guy's got a sawed-off shotgun.
You best have a good answer for the law. No place to run now.
Oh, that's one of the cops. I was getting ready to try to shoot him off of his perch. Oh, did you hear that ricochet? Here, let's get this guy first. Oh, you can run all you want. There you go. But anyway, the one that I'm talking about that happens in Tumbleweed's pretty great because they oh, there's my hat. Is the train stuck? It doesn't look like it's moving on the map. Oh, yeah, here it comes. I see it now. But anyway, in Tumbleweed, they just keep coming and coming and coming. And then the guy shows up. And here's the part that I don't like about it, though, is he's got his dogs with him. And I don't like having to shoot. Oh, I'm almost dead. I don't like having to shoot dogs ever. I don't think it's funny in the slightest. But if you don't, they'll kill you. want to kill the bounty. There he is. He's not even on the train. Oh, that was a good shot. Tonic, tonic, tonic. There he is. No, you don't, mister. Pick him up. Hog tie him. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, why am I doing this? Because one of the dailies was kill a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of NPCs with the Maxim gun. Not even that many people, but enough. There's 1 of 3. There's 2 of 3. Ooh, I'm almost dead. Exit. Oh, they got me. That's all right. That's okay. That guy over there and the other, oh, seeing how he automatically gets away. Buddy, I am gonna end you right now. Now watch as his friend shows no. Oh, the sheriff, the deputy got him. No, don't untie him. Oh my gosh, sometimes this game. I need to kill one more NPC with the Maxim gun. To get the daily challenge. It's a stupid daily challenge, to be fair, because the Maxim gun is the most worthless of all. Come on, spin over here. Where is he? There he is. There, got him. Yay. Glorious day. Shusha, let's get out of here. This dust storm is sure a thing. Or sandstorm, I guess. Could you imagine having to deal with this in real life? Okay. Yeah, I would love to have a gaming PC. I just, right now, man, just don't have the money. Is there any, like, for people who are in the know, if anybody's watching the stream and you're keen on this sort of thing, is there, like, an already built one that you would go with as far as, like, this is the deal of the century? I mean, I love building things, but, like, right now, just suddenly, if I was able to, the thought of having to put a lot of effort into research and all that, I'm exhausted already just thinking about it. I do have a Micro Center. Yes, sir. It's like one of the best stores of all time. My buddy King Tom, ladies and gentlemen. King Tom. I love Micro Center. Oh my gosh, I could easily go broke in there. I get more excited in a Micro Center than I do in a, like a Guitar Center. But, yeah, I would love to be able to do that. Maybe one of these days, man. I end up buying a lot of stuff from there for work, specifically. But luckily, some of it ends up being stuff I need, too. So, I'm not... Boy, that sounded like I was going somewhere bad with that. I don't steal from work very often. I kid. But yeah, Micro Center's the best. Gross. When does Street Fighter 6 come out? Anybody?
I heard of this one. There you
Because my ideal thing here would, like, for the stream, I've got a green screen I need to set up behind me. But it's just a matter of, I need a frame to put it on and all that. Where do I want to? Let's fast travel to Armadillo. Or no, Tumbleweed. But yeah, I would like to do that. Put the green screen up. Get some better like switching options. Come on, come on, come on. But having a nice Windows PC to do all that would be neat. I love my Mac, but yeah, it'd be handy. Who do we got here? I need 3 brought in total. Those jailbreaker ones are kind of boring. No, I don't want to do that other one because I know what it is. We'll just do this, and then I can get another one. And King Tom, when you play on PC, do you use keyboard and mouse most of the time, or do you use controller? Emily, I wish you would have really got into Red Dead. Ugh. I used to always be keyboard and mouse whenever I played on my PC. That's how I did. The last major games I played on PC were Doom 3, right when it came out. So yeah, that tells you the era. I like keyboard and mouse for that. But for like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I liked a controller for almost everything except driving. Oh, this one. Man, you gotta use Deadeye just to see him in the dust. Oh, for Pete's sake, you can see the reticles right on him, right? I mean, it's red when I pull the trigger. I mean, sure, my horse was moving some, but it's not like it was doing the tango. Oh, I better manage my health better. I kind of forgot to watch. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Let's loot these idiots real quick. There was some daily pertaining to that. I just can't remember what it was.
The hell with all these people?
I love it when the dialogue of the NPCs like makes no sense for the situation. What? There we go. Anyway. I notice in Vice City. Oh yeah, that would be tough. I know that I really start having trouble. Like, especially when I get tense. I'm clamping down on the controller way too hard. And it's funny, I noticed that, how long it took me to realize what the actual cause was. It's kind of embarrassing. I have this really rough callus right here. And I know that looks like one, but it's not right there. And I'm like, is that from playing guitar or what? It won't go away. And then I realized I had the same one on this side. It's from holding my controller. But anyway, yeah, I could see where that could be very problematic. And one of the things, like whenever I was telling you, with the aiming mechanic of this, one of the things you can do, of course, it's not doing it now, but like if you have auto lock turned on, which I do not, but by default, it's the way you play this game. Come here, you. But what you can do when you shoot, and I forget to do it, like if I do one of the call to arms, which is a horde mode on Red Dead, if you're not familiar with it, I usually will turn that on, turn auto lock on, because it's just too hard otherwise. And especially if there's other players involved, you sort of need to hold up your end of the bargain. You know what I mean? You've been paired with them because they do, you know, some form of matchmaking. I don't think it's skill based, because I mean I end up with low levels all the time in those things. But you need to hold up your end of the bargain. That basically is what I'm saying. And so you have to use auto lock just to make, especially anytime it's dark. Like in the Halloween updates that Strut and I love so much. A lot of times you have to use auto lock. So here, look, I'll show you if this makes sense, if anybody can see what I'm talking about. So with auto lock, there's a range that it'll pull towards. So you see where my reticle is? As soon as I pull the left trigger, it locks onto the guy. See? And what you can do, and see, I did not do it there, is with this game, when you're shooting, you can just let go of the left trigger and pull it again over and over. And I never do it. I actually, because I've been doing free aim so long with this, I end up holding it down, holding the left trigger down to look down the barrel so long that it stops being any form of auto lock. It's back to being free aim. But if you constantly left trigger, right trigger, left trigger, right trigger, it'll auto lock shoot. And that can really, really jack up your wrists, especially if you don't learn to stay relaxed when you do it. And that's easier said than done. Trust me, I get it. Because one of the hardest things about playing guitar super fast, like shred style, is if you don't stay limp, it's impossible to maintain speed and accuracy. As soon as you start tensing up, it's over. And that's difficult because, you know, your natural tendency when you're going to go fast is tighten up, clamp down. But yeah, same thing with the controller. I realize sometimes that I am like squeezing it like nobody's business. And I have both of my triggers set at quarter pull. And I'll be like pulling them so hard they're smacking into the stops and stuff. It's like it's completely unnecessary, but it's your natural reaction. Now, can you use a keyboard and mouse on an Xbox? USB? Does anybody know? I've never tried. I bet you could. Because there are some things where it's definitely a benefit. Like super accurate. See, there we go. Yeah, I would think that doing things like auto aiming with a mouse would be so much easier, because I mean you've been training your whole life to be good at that. Anybody who's used computer for any length of time, yeah, your accuracy with the mouse and the pointer should be pretty high. All right, in we go. Listen, mister.
Company. Sells over there. Done deal.
I like that guy. I know I've talked about this before, but if you have never played this game, the graphics, this is Red Dead Online, okay? And this is at 1080p at 60 hertz. The graphics are good, but the story mode graphics are even better. And I forgot how much better they were till I started doing a playthrough. What do I want to do? Let me see real quick here. Whoops, no. Oh, I must be in a lobby by myself. Yeah. Let's see. How many? Oh, I just need one more. I could go to the Moonshine Shack. Let's do that. Wait, what were my generals? Real quick. Generals. Chanterelle, Collared Peccaries. Mass Sworn. Oh, I can do that. I ought to try to find some of those pigs, too. It's probably easier if I'm... Really? Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it like that. Really. But, look at this. Hold still. I want to see my face. Ugh. Yeah, well, anyway. Okay. Let's see. Where can I find the wild pigs around here? Just be listening for them. That's what I'll do. Now, if it, this is gonna date me big time, but let's face it, everybody else does. So me doing it to myself, it's not that big of a deal. The reason, by the way, the reason it's turning super dark like that is I was in a lobby by myself, and now it's gonna be, now I'm in with other players, and it loaded me into like Red Dead local time. From the one I was in was obviously not that. But anyhow, what I was gonna say is when I was in my second year of college, I was at the University of Southern Indiana. And I had to take a programming class. And King Tom, you'll get a laugh out of this if you're still here. Is the programming class that they offered was Fortran. And I realized everybody else is like, what? But yes, Fortran. And it was Fortran 77. Which is, oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, just about. And yeah, we didn't even, and by then, I think, what's the other, it's the next more recent one after that was Fortran 91, I think, something like that. You know, we didn't have big magnetic tapes, but I did have a computer. Oh my God, this made me feel old. Speaking of which, I'll get back to this in a second. Fortran 77, yeah, and we had to write. I mean, Fortran is basically basic for anybody who ever programmed with BASIC on a computer. Yeah, it's essentially the same. Wait, I just heard one of those pigs. Is this them? Yep. How many do I have to get? 2? 1? I think 1. So I was on an episode of Star Wars Underworld. And, I'm sorry, the Star Wars Underground, perhaps you've heard of it. And, they were laughing about how, and I don't even remember what led to the conversation, but how dumb data tapes sounded. And Dom said something along the lines of, I guess they couldn't think of anything else that sounded more futuristic. I said, yeah. They used tapes to store data, and they thought I was lying. And then they thought I was a dinosaur. Because I had to tell them I had a home computer that used cassette tapes as a storage medium. And you could buy a dedicated drive, a tape cassette drive for this. But, yeah, that was you didn't need to do that. There was other things you could do instead. But I had I don't know, it's just some Radio Shack brand, I'm pretty sure, cassette deck, and it had a remote control in. Have you ever seen one of those? That's how you know when you're really old. And what it does, this remote control, it works like a guitar amp switcher where it's just like tip to ground switching. And it would start and stop the thing. And what you did is you plug this into the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A. Got it secondhand. It was already old news when I got it. And gosh, I feel so old saying this. But anyway, yeah, you'd use this cassette and you had a cartridge you had to plug in. And then the cartridge was your front end, and it would use the tape deck to load the data. And I mean, my gosh. Oh no, it's still up. And you would buy games like that. Like Scott Adams, not the dill hole that does Dilbert, but this guy, Scott Adams, it was the Text Adventures. That's hardcore early gaming right there, the Text Adventures. They would give you a scenario in text and you would type commands on what to do. Go north, go south. And they had it to where it was 3-letter word abbreviations. Go west, exactly. See, King Tom gets it. Well, we use cassettes, and that's how you did it. And it obviously, because they were cassettes, it was surprisingly easy to pirate them, what with them being cassettes and all. But also what would happen is, over time, as is the thing with magnetic tape, is it'll stretch and you'll get like wow and flutter. And anybody who doesn't know what that is, look it up. I'm not Wikipedia. Oh my God, right? Oh my God. Yes. And so what would happen is you'd have this game and it would just stop working. And you'd have to try loading it several times, hoping on this one particular time it will play through smoothly enough. And for anybody who doesn't know, how on earth do you use magnetic tape to store computer data? Well, I'm getting ready to tell you. Have you ever seen the movie War Games? All those big supercomputers they had back there, the Whopper. They had those big reels of tape. But one of the things that you hear is when he uses a modem. If anybody has ever used a dial-up modem, it sounds like a fax machine. It was just, well, that's exactly what was on the data cassettes. That's what it sounded like. And that's how you loaded games. And so just imagine how long that would take. I probably shouldn't have stopped. They're going to get me. Thank you. I love that. It's a good callback.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was really happy to bring that up in the Bluey Pod. And it made me feel good, too, that David Collins commented on it. So, King Tom, I don't know if you missed the story earlier, but I'm pretty sure he listened to the show after I tweeted about it and tagged him in it. The second he replied to it, I went and looked, and yeah, I'm getting off. Oh, you mean jumping off, not playing Xbox anymore? I think I am. Yes.
You can go. Take it down the road.
Yeah, I think I am. But I'll let you know if something changes, because Amanda and I are hoping to watch a couple of episodes of Lost. King Tom, I'm in season 3 of Lost, and yeah, I'm still enjoying it. But I definitely have made the comment that it kind of seems like they're just making it up as they go along right now. Sawyer and Kate just escaped the island, and sorry, spoiler alert, everybody. Sawyer and Kate escaped the island. Jack had finished the surgery on what's-his-face, and Juliet told him that she has been on the island for 3 years and some change, and that he told her, Ben, that's his name, right? Yeah, here's my problem with it. I do enjoy it. I really do. I like it quite a bit. But, and this is a big but, it's very difficult to watch this show and with the like level of excitement where you could talk and speculate about what was going to happen. Because quite frankly, it seems like they don't know until the episode gets filmed of what was going to happen. And they are introducing variable after variable after variable that makes any sort of speculation impossible. Because they're just, oh, well, here's some other thing. Here's this other thing. Oh, but then there's this thing. And some of it's really cool. I find it very intriguing. I love the actors. I think that the cast is brilliant in this. There's just, with very few exceptions, all of the cast has been top shelf. But I thought that, like, honestly, I thought one of the weakest actors was the guy who played Michael. And I liked him, but there was something, like, awkward about his line delivery, like he didn't believe it. But anyhow, yeah. I was talking to Amanda about Sawyer and how I thought he was gross. I mean, and part of it's just because, like, the whole hoarding the medicine and all of that stuff. And it's like, I don't know how Kate could be attracted to him at all. And she's like, I don't know, there's something, that smile. And I'm like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. All right, I see. But as soon as I do one thing mean, I'm the biggest butthole in the world. I see how it is. Look at that, $450 selling my illicit booze. Yeah, take that, the man. Anyhow. But yeah, I'm digging it. I really like Kate. I mean, not just because Evangeline Lilly looks amazing during this era. But she's got this whole vibe going on that reminds me of my wife whenever she and I were young. It's this real weird thing, I know, but also I'm intrigued by her story. What's up, Balti? Trip to Turd Town's right, man. So I had told this super sad story earlier. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. He is a good actor. I really like that guy. So Balti, the other day, these two guys just like handed me my ass and on Red Dead, and I was defenseless against them. And I got so mad that I got flustered by being mad, and it was embarrassing. And I'm so glad I wasn't streaming because I was furious and I wouldn't quit chasing after them. And they just kept killing me over and over again. I was like, it was not one of my better moments. And it was so bad to the point that they just ran away from me because they were sick of me. They were sick of having to kill me. When you say it out loud, you realize how sad it is. What time is it in the game? Let's see. 4:12. Yeah, it was embarrassing. And, well, because what happened, I was delivering some moonshine, and I'm up there by Hanging Dog Ranch, and the guy swings out. I see his Deadeye icon pop up on the mini-map, and I'm like, yep, here it comes. Sure enough, I'm in a pile of my own blood, face down. And then they were blowing up my wagon and my horses and all that. I'm like, you dicks. And so then I came out, and I killed one of them and shot the other one's horse in the face. I'm like, take that, Mr. Ed. Jerk. But then, yeah, I couldn't. Oh, I was so mad. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I realize that's like how the game works. But it's like the other day when I had a guy who, he and his buddy, they were real low level. And they wouldn't leave me alone down like southwest of Tumbleweed. And I just kept killing them over and over, and they wouldn't let up. And so then I tied them up individually, hog tied them and left them and rode off, thinking, okay, you know, that made the statement I needed it to make. I got the best of you. I'm being cool. And, oh, I want to see that. I was just actually talking about Good, Bad, and the Ugly on the Bad Motivators last night. Anyway, yeah, I rode off thinking, okay, that I made my point. Yes, out of the ordinary, blah, blah, blah. And they chased me down. It's like I did the nice thing. All right, guys, look out. You always wondered what it sounds like for me to play the guitar. You never got to see my band play. Well, now you're getting ready to find out for real what it's all about. Gonna do a little jamming right here. Probably should have wiped the sweat off my face first, though.
Okay, hope y'all like this one. We sure do.
There we go. Cinematic camera time. Look at it. Oh, I gotta hold this so I can do the flourish. I know I talk about this a lot when I'm in the Moonshine Shack jamming with this band. But there's something about that fiddle player, man. That is on brand for old Mouse Rat. I'm telling you. Get it, Mouse Rat, get it. You see that sweet spin? Oh, yeah, for a few dollars more is great. And a fistful of dollars. The soundtracks of those movies are tremendous. They're so good. Yeah, look at that. Sweet move right there. But, yeah. Yeah, I think it is too. But it's the one that seems like it has the least amount of, like, coherent plot. For a few dollars more, that's the one with the guy, he's got the little music box thing, right? I'll finish the band set. It's a crazy cool story. It's like real sad. Because a fistful of dollars is the one where they've got the kid's mom, right? I get those two confused. But I also like Outlaw Josie Wales is one of my favorites. There's this guy that there's a scene in there that the kid that he's with gets shot, and you're thinking he might actually end up living, but naturally he doesn't. And they're camped, and the kid's like under a blanket, and this guy, two hillbillies stumble upon him. And so the kid's doing the thing, which is really good acting on his part in the story, where he's like, "Paul, is that you, Paul?" And the guy has this line, "I ain't your Paul, boy." I don't know. There's something about it that's just so good. I'm like, yeah, good job, man. Good job. Balti, so Cruiser and I, we host the Bad Motivators, a podcast somewhat about Star Wars, but more about everything else. And we were talking about the Man with No Name trilogy, which is, see, my horse didn't run off, and that's my horse, and I can't get on her, and I can't call her. But anyway. Oh, hang on. We got to see this. Is it cool if I open this on the stream? I want to get the okay first before I do. so I can see the image. If you don't want me to, let me know, and I won't. Okay, cool. Here we go. We're going to open this up. That's awesome. I really wish I would have went with a girl character. I wish you could have multiples in the same like game. You know what I mean? I realize I could make a side account and do it, but yeah, that's really cool. I like that quite a bit. Anyway, we were talking about the Man with No Name trilogy, which is Fistful of Dollars and Few Dollars More and Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and how it's a different character every time. The character's name is different. It's not supposed to be the same person every time. And it's not. He's a different person every time. And that's, to me, that's wild. It's kind of weird, but it's neat. There's something about it I think is real cool. Chanterelle, where is that crap at? I can't remember. I can't keep them straight. Let's find out. Let's do this. I'll switch it to this. You guys, you guys should be able to see it now. And we'll go to plants. You can't see me doing this. I have it off the edge. But here it is. So, let's see. It's all around roads. We'll go to roads. I like going there. Starting with the letter E. And then there's some more over here. Like so, and also like so. Okay, that should do for now. Let's switch back off of that. Could you guys see that? When I switch to the computer map, I mean, not my on-screen one. Am I getting the wilderness camp or not? Oh, yep, here we go. I need to jump by my camp so I can have some of that sweet superior stew.
The Wanderer returns. Stocks are looking good. Guess beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, I forgot I had those pig pelts on there
I
too.
suppose this will do.
Crips, I really don't need your shaming me, man. If I wanted to be shamed, I'd just go ask my boss for a performance review. My boss loves me. I'm just kidding when I say stupid stuff like that. He thinks I'm great. I think he's great. The world just keeps on spinning. So, Balti, if you're into the soundtracks at all, there is a podcast hosted by David W. Collins called The Soundtrack Show. That is a good one. The Soundtrack Show, and he hasn't made an episode in a really long time, but they're all still out there. And David Collins is a musician, and he's done a lot of audio engineering work, but also voice work in video games and shows, cartoons, mostly Lucasfilm stuff. But anyhow, he has some really good episodes about Ennio Morricone, who is the composer of all those spaghetti westerns, that era. And man, it's good to listen to him talk about just kind of how it got made and all that. It's really neat. I love talking about stuff like that. Uh-oh. Here's somebody upstairs walking around. I bet it's Mrs. Mouse Rat. We'll see. She comes down here. But anyway, it's really cool. So if you're into that sort of thing, I highly recommend it. He's really good at what he does. Very good. And he also composed the theme. And it's like all orchestral and stuff and totally done with like MIDI virtual instruments. That guy really knows his craft. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Stop it. Where is it? Where are the stupid mushrooms at? Wait, there they are. I'm carrying too many, I guess. I have to eat them. One more, right? Sweet. Yeah. And so now all I need is the bats because I'm not about to do any of the other crap. So, the third man. I'll have to take a look at that. What time is it in game? Ugh. It's gonna be forever before I get who all is in that movie, you guys? Third man. Let's just ride this thing out. I'll bet that is pretty good then. So what's the plot overall? Like the elevator pitch. This is what you come to Mouserat 2217 stream for right here, people. Yeah, you're welcome. Big thanks to everybody that's participating in the chat, that's actually providing the content for the stream instead of me being interesting at all. The guy goes to see his bud, and let's see. Cold War Europe, an American smuggler dies. His friends look into his death, and all is not as it appears to be. Huh. Interesting. That does sound cool. It's such a shame. There's so many good movies out there that I've never seen and then I want to see, but then there's all these other movies I need to watch too, and then I never end up watching any. And then what I do instead is I go back and I watch Parks and Rec for the millionth time. Or Terminator Genesis, which I know people love to make fun of, but I love that movie. Is it stupid? Yes. But is it good? Also, yes. I really like it. I think the story's neat. It's incredibly implausible, but it's neat. Of course, I mean, I guess it's no more implausible than any of the other Terminator movies. But, yeah, I like it. And so, whenever everybody's gone and I'm at home by myself and I got some work to do downstairs, man, I throw on that. So yeah, there you go. Congratulations, you're welcome. But anyway, boy, I bet everybody's really glad they're... which one was 3? But that was Claire Danes. I didn't hate that one. Yeah, I liked the end. I thought the twist was really good. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've always liked him, even, you know, way back into like my bodybuilding days. You know, he was like the hero of that whole scene. And yeah, so I always really liked him. Yeah, that Lady Terminator is neat. And that's, yeah, because I remember Claire Danes saying, just die, you bitch. I liked how believable the way that ended up, like the way her dad, the military guy, realized that exactly what had gone on, and without telling her, you know, sent him to set up the very end that we're talking about here. Where did that bat go? This is gonna be hard. Anyway, the way they set that up, that, are they mangy? Yeah, I can't take them. I just need the bats. Oof. Oof, baboof. I can't see a thing. Yeah, she was. Where's my regular? I'll use the skull lantern. Well, this doesn't seem very bright. Didn't this used to be brighter than this? Oh my gosh, this is unacceptable. Where's my normal lantern? I can't see a thing. Ooh, I almost fell too. Let's get up here. All right, are there any bats in here? I got plenty of rats. The whole reason I came in here, go to the back here, in this room. I guess if I turned on auto lock, it would help. Because if there were any up here, it would just point straight at them. Man, I tried so many times to climb up to that spot up there. And it just will not let you. It won't let you jump. It's like, just jump. Just jump. It's no higher than any place else you've gone this entire game. Just jump. And as far as I know, it's impossible. I've never managed to do it. Because if you go to the outside of it, that spot overlooks this bluff, and I feel like I've managed to get down to it before, but not without like falling off something. Stop it. See right here. Why can't I jump? Oh yeah. All right, that's it. All right, we're leaving. Okay. Let me just turn on auto lock real quick. Just so I can find them in the dark. Shoot the wall. And not the bats. Why didn't it keep the lantern out and hook it to my belt like it does? Okay, there's the big room. Ugh, this is very disorienting. I'm using the mini map to try to navigate. Nope, that's pointing at a rat somewhere. Alright, let's just get out of here. Ah, there's one. There's another one. Looked like the beginning of Scooby-Doo. Man, how many did I get? Nice. Look at you, Balti, coming through in the clutch, man. Thank you. If you guys haven't checked out Balti's stream, you definitely need to. He plays a lot of cool games. All right. That should be all the dailies that I'm going to get. Right? Hello, frogs. Or toads, rather. Oh, they're poisoned. Never mind. There's a pretty cool thing. Oh. Huh. You know what? That I remember that happening in story mode. I have to keep that in mind. And that's at the exit or in the back? Interesting. Well, because I remember finding them in that exit part right there, the mouth of that cave. Posse races, player killed, and Deadeye showdowns. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Let's go down to Hillbilly Town over here. This area over here, man, I mean, these people are breeding their own stock for sure, if you know what I'm saying. This is a place where they'll, like, eat you. Everybody loves whittling. What?
Howdy.
That guy's drunk as can be. Howdy, fellers. Is that the same whittler as this? Here, look at this guy. Look on the face on that dude. Let's just walk around. We'll have a look around this joint. This is called Butcher's Creek. There's all kinds of animals, skeletons laying about.
Hey, big fella.
Hey, Miss Lady.
Well, looky here.
Look at Santa over there. Look at the beard on that guy. You know what he needs? A little bit of this action. I'm going to charm her out of those overalls. Want some more?
Someone left cat guts on my porch.
Yeah!
Weren't no dog, 'cause they were nailed to the door.
She's not impressed.
Something.
Hi, I'm looking for a wife. Got any for sale?
Who are you?
Hi. Not impressed. Not even a little. All right, what about you, guy? What's this person doing? Now, one thing I'll tell you right now.
We don't take kindly to outsiders around here.
Well, do you take kindly to
You should not be stopping here.
some sweet
Go
air
on.
banjo action?
Woohoo!
Why you getting on my hump?
What?
They telling
Oh,
me
no, you don't. Now, here's the bad thing. Now the whole town's going to get in on the action. Yep. Oh, I better start running.
You're dead, you bastard.
You got that right. Uh-oh. Clem got a hold of me. Come here, Clem. Idiots. Now I gotta shoot up their whole town just over a simple misunderstanding. Oh, it's so confusing because not all of them are red dots. There we go. Oh, wait, I still have it on auto lock, don't I? That's no wonder. Like, man, this seems awfully easy. Whoops. Even though I still managed to miss. Here, let's see if I can switch it real quick before another one of them gets me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I guess they're tired of messing with me now. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Yeah, you see what me? Don't make me hurt you. Why do you make me hurt you? Sorry about killing your brother, Dad. And your sister, Mom.
Well, looky here.
Yep, looky here.
All right there.
How about this guy?
Where are you supposed to be? It ain't here.
What? I'm being nice.
This what you want?
Oh my gosh, what happened there? Oh, this town. These hillbillies. Now it's better. Being on free aim.
You with the lace.
What? Listen, witnesses.
That person's back.
Listen, lady, I don't want to have to kill you, but I will. I love how the witness barely gets out of range of you and suddenly it's been reported to the law. Here, I don't want to kill you. You didn't do anything wrong. You're just scared. I get it. Here. This will keep you from getting away too far. Now listen, I don't want you to get hurt. So to be safe, I'm going to stash you over here. To keep you out of harm's way. I'm going to set you down right here. Just that way you don't get lost, okay? All right. See what I did there? All right. This is how I normally play this game. Look at that. Honor's still intact, too. Because not even God cares when you kill hillbillies. That's mean. I come from a long line of living amongst hillbillies where I grew up. Yeah, that was pretty rough of me. But listen, I wanted her to stay safe. Right? I mean, I think that was nice of me. But what do I know? All right, let's get out of this town. Let's put my hat back on. All right, I'm gonna roll over to Annesburg. I'm done with the dailies. Oh, for Pete's sake! That's what happens when I. Oh my gosh! Right. And what are those things up there? Because this is where the Murphys lived, right? Ugh. Let me look at the side of that place. There's my hat from where the guy punched it off of me. There's their pig. Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. All right, guys. I better get going. Like 20 minutes ago, Amanda texted me going, are we watching TV or not? I didn't even see it. Oh, she's going to murder me to death. But anyway, guys, listen, thanks so much for checking out the stream. I had a lot of fun. I needed this. After the last few days I've had of video gaming, it's been most unpleasant. So thank you guys. You really helped make it awesome. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be back around tomorrow. And you never know, since it's a snow day, maybe I'll play some games in the middle of the day with the kids, play a little Fortnite. So see you guys.